Imagine this. You're an ordinary fisherman. Your hands are rough, your clothes smell like the sea, and life is simple. Then one day, a man looks you in the eye and says, "Follow me, and I will make you a fisher of men." Would you drop everything? Would you leave behind your family business, your comfort, and your identity? This is the story of Peter, bold, impulsive, sometimes afraid, yet transformed by the love and grace of Jesus Christ. His journey is not just history, it's a mirror for every believer today. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any lessons from the Bible that can transform your life today. What part of Peter's journey with Jesus speaks most to you? Have you ever wondered what it would have been like to walk side by side with him? To see the miracles firsthand? Let's explore that together. Peter's first encounter with Jesus happens while he's fishing. In Luke 5, Jesus tells him to cast his net into the deep waters. Though Peter is doubtful, after all, he's been fishing all night with no success, he obeys. The nets overflow with fish, and Peter falls at Jesus' feet saying, "Depart from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." But Jesus doesn't leave. Instead, he says, "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will catch men." And Peter leaves everything to follow him. Sometimes God calls us out of our comfort zones. We may feel unworthy, but Jesus doesn't call the perfect. He calls the broken and the willing. Peter often acted before thinking. In Matthew 14, he sees Jesus walking on the water and says, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." Jesus says, "Come." And Peter steps out of the boat. For a few steps, he actually walks on water. But when he notices the wind and waves, fear takes over, and he begins to sink. Jesus immediately reaches out his hand, saying, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" Faith isn't about never stumbling. It's about where you look when you do. Like Peter, our eyes must stay fixed on Jesus. In Matthew 16, Peter makes a powerful confession. "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus affirms him, saying, "On this rock I will build my church." Yet not long after, Peter denies Jesus 3 times during his trial, just as Jesus predicted. Imagine the crushing guilt Peter felt when the rooster crowed and Jesus turned and looked at him. Haven't we all been there? Bold in faith one moment, stumbling in fear the next. Peter's story reminds us that failure does not have to be final. After Jesus rose from the dead, he met Peter on the shores of Galilee. In John 21, over breakfast, Jesus asked Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" mirroring Peter's 3 denials. Each time Peter answered, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you." Jesus responded, "Feed my sheep." This was not just forgiveness, it was restoration. Jesus was entrusting Peter with leadership, showing him that grace is greater than failure. No matter how far we fall, Jesus offers restoration. He doesn't just forgive, he redeems and calls us forward. After the resurrection and Pentecost, Peter is no longer the fearful fisherman. Filled with the Holy Spirit, he boldly preaches in Acts chapter 2, and about 3,000 people come to faith in one day. The man who once denied Jesus now proclaims him without fear, even when facing persecution and prison. Tradition tells us that Peter was eventually martyred for his faith, but even in death, he followed Jesus faithfully. When the Holy Spirit fills us, ordinary people become extraordinary witnesses. Like Peter, we are called to stand firm, even in a world that may reject Christ. Peter's life reminds us of three key truths. God calls the unlikely. Peter was a fisherman, not a scholar. Yet Jesus used him to build the church. Failure isn't the end. Peter denied Jesus, but he was restored and became a pillar of faith. The Spirit transforms us. Peter went from fearful to fearless because of the power of the Holy Spirit. If you've ever felt unworthy, if you've ever stumbled in your walk, take heart. The same Jesus who called Peter calls you. The same Spirit who empowered Peter lives in you. So next time you feel like you've blown it, remember Peter. Remember that God's grace is bigger than your failure. And remember that with Christ, you too can step out of the boat, rise from your denial, and live boldly for Him. If this encouraged you, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Bible-based content. And tell me in the comments, which part of Peter's story inspires you the most? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.